Alrighty. Well, I mean, if you want to start, because it's gonna be on your channel. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Demo the Warrior here with Austin the Artist, and this time Austin is recording this instead of me, so that's why you heard him first. But anyway, so um, if you've seen our video on the top 50 women's superstars, we thought it would be a cool idea to sort of keep this series going. It's sort of going to be reviews, but what we're going to be reviewing is some lists about wrestlers. Um, so do you want to tell them what list we're
Well,
reviewing
this
today?
is a very controversial list of 25 wrestlers the fans ranked as the worst wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. It's a very
I also
controversial
want to
list.
say if you if you watched the Eva Marie rant, I'm sorry about my mic sounding so shitty, and also the Minecraft music. That was my bad. I have my actual headset now, so I hope I sound a lot better. But
Yeah.
let's get into the list and see how
Well,
fast this is gonna go down.
this list was by Give Me Sport. They let fans actually rank them. Number 25, Roman Reigns.
So this
25
is
worst.
the worst wrestler, most controversial wrestlers in history.
No, this is the worst. This is what fans think are the worst wrestlers of all time, and it says it's
Hmm.
a very controversial list. So number 25 is Roman Reigns.
Well, with Roman, I can understand if they're talking about the Roman from like 2015 to like 2019. If they're talking about that Roman, I can understand because that Roman was abysmal and everybody hated him. Um, so yeah, I can understand why he's on there.
All right, well, and obviously this is a bit outdated because they used a picture of him when he was wearing his "We Fight, We Overcome, We Believe" T-shirt. So this is like like post leukemia, second dose, second thing of leukemia, Roman.
He's just a post. I'm in remission, y'all.
Number 24, Jack Swagger, aka Jake Hager, or for
Hmm.
you Lucha Underground fans, Jake Strong.
So you said it. You said it's most hated or worst wrestler,
Worst
like in
wrestlers of
terms
all
of
time.
wrestling.
Worst wrestlers of all time.
Hmm. I mean, he's not really a bad wrestler. He's a good grappler. It's just he has never really had a good character. He's never really had a good personality. He's just been bland Jack Swagger. And
I
like,
mean, I like him more now than I did in WWE. I think the only time I really started liking him in WWE was freaking uh, when he had the real American gimmick, towards 20
oh yeah,
the beginning of 2013.
yeah, I liked when him and Cesaro were a tag team. They were pretty good together.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Number. Oh, you
you
still going?
I was gonna say him in Lucha Underground. My God, what a fish out of water. I don't know why he went to Lucha Underground, but now he's in AEW, and I guess he's all right in AEW. Um, I mean
He's
his
a
theme
part of
song
the
sucks.
he's a part of the joke group known as the Inner Circle. So,
Hmm.
all right. Well, number 23, Brodus Clay, aka Tyrus. This man works for Fox Sports now. So,
I mean, yeah, I could see why. Honestly, the only thing I really even remember about Brodus Clay was when he turned heel on Tensai and attacked him, and he was doing a promo about how he Brodus Clay was like, "I'm the main event player." That's the only thing I remember about Brodus Clay. I
I
remember him as
remember
Tyrus in Impact
I remember
when he was with
vividly
EC3.
yeah, with EC3. That's what I remember him for. I actually, fun fact, I actually, there was a chance that I could have like danced in a ring at a live event with Brodus Clay.
Oh my god.
And I had a Brodus Clay shirt, so I was a Brodus Clay fan when he first debuted, like as the Funkasaurus. uh,
God. I said somebody call my mama. I remember that.
yeah,
Funny thing, I was actually watching. It was Royal Rumble 2003 or 2004. I can't
it
remember
was
who the wrestler was,
2004.
but he
Yeah,
came
was
out
it
and had the "Somebody Call My Mama" theme
Ernest the
song, and I was
Cat
like,
Miller that had it?
hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I remember I never heard of him before, and that song come out, and all I heard was "Somebody Call My Mama." I was like, the fuck, like,
Yeah, Ernest the Cat Miller was in WCW as a commissioner, and he was like in limbo when WCW got bought out. So he for a brief
mm-hmm.
stint he used that song, and they just reused it for Brothers Clay.
Mm.
So now here I think is where the controversy comes in, because at number 22 we have the man who starred in Endgame himself, Kurt Angle.
Why would they put him on a worst wrestler list?
Well, here is the description. You, like us, are probably thinking, why on earth is Kurt Angle on this list? It seems those who have ranked them aren't sure either. All the comments are positive. Bizarre.
Well, he doesn't deserve to be on that list if they can't even give a reason why he's on the list.
Yeah.
Fucking retards. Like,
Well,
oh, we're gonna put Kurt Angle on the list. Why is he on the list? Oh no. Fucking idiot.
here's another controversial pick. CM Punk, number 21.
Hmm.
The description says, the man's an idiot in every way possible, character and person. There is so much wrong, it's unbelievable.
Okay. So I can understand maybe somewhat, but I mean, CM Punk was the reason why so many people were still watching from 2012 to 2014. He was like the
Yeah.
most popular character they had, and he kept people watching week to week. And he's like the best on-screen character and promo they had for a while. So I don't agree with that. He's also a great wrestler, so I don't agree with that. But he has been an idiot sometimes, so I do understand that. Oh,
Yeah.
especially if they're talking about CM Punk post WWE. Fucking.
The girl on the third floor.
Mm-hmm.
Number 20. I mean, with that, I like CM Punk. I don't like him on Twitter that much, but you know, I like CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
But number 20, Skinner, aka Steve Kern.
I don't know who that is,
Apparently,
so.
I don't know who that is either, but the thing says this ranking also doesn't have any comments justifying the selection. We can only assume he's here because of the forgettable run in the WF between 91 and 93. Incredibly, during the time, he had an Intercontinental title shot against Bret Hart and featured in the Royal Rumble, and even lost at WrestleMania. I think that's 8 to Owen Hart. Not good at Roman numerals. Number 19, Tommy Dreamer.
Mm. Well, if you're talking about Tommy Dreamer now, yeah, Tommy. Oh, Tommy Dreamer is such a has-been now.
Yeah, he
He is the
is.
definition of washed-up legend, still trying to be relevant. Tommy Dreamer, man.
The description says Dreamer
Mm-mm-mm.
is definitely up there. Never drew a dime after ECW. Was was just a lucky
That's
product
true.
of Paul Heyman's genius.
Literally, the only reason Tommy Dreamer was ever popular is because he was the face of ECW, and when you thought of Extreme Rules, you thought of Tommy Dreamer. But without that, Tommy Dreamer's nothing. Like,
Yeah,
that's why when ECW went under, Tommy Dreamer left.
yeah,
And he's been an Impact, but who the fuck cares about Tommy Dreamer?
yeah.
The last time I remember Tommy Dreamer in WWE was
I
when they
think
did the
about
match. It
2010
was
when he
no,
got
because they did a
fired.
match. It was Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman
Oh
versus
yeah,
the
that's
Dudley
right.
Boys, Tommy Dreamer, and Rhino. That's the last time I remember seeing them there. I think it was
That's right.
2016
2015,
or 15.
2015. Because it was 2015, maybe early 2016. Because um, I remember it vividly because it was right before they went into the New Day feud, and the New Day feud
Mm.
crossed over with the draft.
Man, I remember when they had Tommy Dreamer come back. I remember like the Dudley Boys were doing a promo, and they're like, "Bray, you got your family, and we've got ours." So I thought that they were gonna bring out Spike Dudley, but nope, it's Tommy Dreamer, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah. So number 18, Simon Dean, aka Mike Bucky.
I've heard his name, but I don't know.
Simon Dean, I remember was on the SmackDown brand in like 2003, 2004 maybe. Definitely 2005 because he
Mhm.
faced the Boogeyman once. But he was like a character, like a gym like fitness instructor, and he would always come out on a Swagway.
Mhm.
So that's the gist of Simon Dean.
I mean, do you feel like he deserves to be on this
Oh
list?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, he
Is
never
he a
drew a
bad wrestler?
dime. He's not a good wrestler, no. He botched facing the Boogeyman in a squash match.
Oh my god.
Uh, Number 17, somebody who definitely doesn't deserve to be on this list, Jimmy Wang Yang.
I never watched much of Jimmy Wang Yang. Um, I know who he is, but I never watched too many of his matches. Maybe you say more than I could.
I really enjoyed Jimmy Wang Yang. Um, like he was struggling a lot before he got the Jimmy Wang Yang gimmick because he was portrayed in WCW as like a forgotten ninja character, and then he like was a lackey to Kenzo Suzuki when he debuted on
Hmm.
SmackDown. I don't know
I
if you
remember
remember that.
Kenzo Suzuki.
Yeah. So
He didn't last long.
so his lackeys, because after he did like the whole God Bless America gimmick, his lackeys went away. But Jimmy Wang Yang stuck in there and got his Jimmy Wang Yang gimmick to where like he actually did something and he was enjoyable in it. I really like Jimmy Wang Yang. Here's another
Is
controversial
Money
one.
Fight live commentaries uploaded?
Oh, okay. I'll deal with that in a bit. But number 16, Dolph Ziggler.
Hmm. That's definitely a controversial one. I think Dolph's a good wrestler. It's just he's a fucking idiot. Because like where he is where he's always going to be, no matter what. His peak was when he cashed in the Money in the Bank and won the World Heavyweight title. Since then, Dolph Ziggler's just been mediocre, and he seems like he's complacent. And he did all those um promos about how he like the whole it should have been me thing, and like this and that, and it's like, dude, you're not gonna ever be anything as long as you stay in WWE. Like he's one of those guys that I can safely sit there and say he's never going to get to that next level in WWE again. I mean, Christ's sake, the dude's been there since the fucking Spirit Squad in 2006. I mean, Jesus Christ. And he's still there, and he's like just I mean, half the fucking people forget that he's even SmackDown Tag Team Champ with Bobby Roode.
Yeah,
Like, and people have told Ziggler, like, oh, go, leave WWE, go to Ring of Honor, go to New Japan, go here, go there. You know, try to improve yourself. You don't always have to be in WWE because he's hit his ceiling. It's sad to say because
yeah,
Dolph's a pretty good wrestler and he can be a really good promo. It's just he's an idiot being complacent. He takes money over his career. He like takes the money over his career.
yeah.
That's just how I feel about it.
I mean, he's been there for like 12 years now. So, actually longer because he was Nikki in the Spirit Squad. So he's been there for years.
Yeah, that's why I said he's still there and he's still mediocre.
Yeah, he's not like I like
The
I
only
every time I see Dolph Ziggler on my screen nowadays, I'm just like fast forward or just I go on Twitter because it's like I don't care.
you know, the last time I cared about Dolph Ziggler was during him and the Miz's rivalry in 2016 for the Intercontinental title. That was the last time I gave a shit about Dolph Ziggler.
Same.
Since then, what's he done? Been in a team with Bobby Roode. Been a lackey for Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin. Like what? And did the whole "it should have been me" thing. Like what has he done that's worth any value? Nothing.
I don't know. Well, number 15 is on here for a definite reason, but it's not wrestling skill. And that is Austin Aries.
I can understand that because Austin Aries is a specimen. All you need to know about Austin Aries being a specimen is just go look at Austin Aries interviews, go to Austin Aries Twitter to see what he's tweeting. You'll understand why this dude is a specimen and why he deserves to be on here, and
Yeah,
also
so
things he's done to people.
with that said, we could just move on.
Just ask Christy Hemme. That's all you need to know.
Yep. Number 14, Rico Constantino, or just Rico.
I mean, the only time I ever seen him was with Billy and Chuck, so I don't really know what he did that was controversial or
He had a,
whatever.
I mean, he had like a flamboyant character during times when people didn't were not really open to being flamboyant, and he had a tag team championship run with Charlie Haas, and then got fired.
I mean, was he good in the ring at all?
He was decent, like Jim Cornette trained him, so like
Hmm.
he was like in the class with Randy Orton and John Cena and Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin. Like he was part of that group. Um, Number 13, something I don't agree with. The Miz.
The Miz. I mean, I can see people saying it for reasons of, oh, the Miz sucks at wrestling. The Miz is a, a soft wrestler. Or they hate the Miz because of how his character is. But I mean, I like the Miz personally. I like the Miz's character. I do hate what they do with the Miz. Um, I mean, he's the Miz is far from the worst wrestler I've ever seen. It
Yeah.
depends on who the Miz is in there with,
I
because
mean, he's one of my favorites,
two
actually.
matches, actually 3 matches that I recommend you watch where the Miz is phenomenal. Miz versus Rollins versus Balor at WrestleMania 34. Miz versus Rollins when it was for the IC title. I don't remember the pay-per-view. And Miz versus Ziggler for the IC title. Like that whole feud. That like mid 2016 Miz I'd recommend watching because that was when the Miz was like at his peak in my opinion.
The next couple are still some that I don't agree with. Number 12, Finley.
Hmm. I mean, he never really became anything in WWE. I'm pretty sure he was like U.S. champion or something, but
Well, he wasn't
like,
just in WWE. He started in WCW.
oh yeah, that's when he was Fit Finley.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like Finley has always been a good wrestler, but he's just another one of those guys that really he had like the wrestling part down. Like he could get in there and like brawl with the best of them, but he just never got the chance to really have a personality or a character or anything.
The only time he got the shine was with Hornswoggle, honestly.
Yeah. And it
Which
was a
isn't that.
joke storyline because it was like, oh, Finley's Irish and Hornswoggle's a leprechaun.
Yeah,
So,
so. Alright, well, another one I don't agree with. Number 11, Mick Foley.
hmm. I mean, Mick Foley's far from the best wrestler, but
He's still
I mean,
great, though.
like Mick Foley wouldn't like the. I don't think the wrestling world would be where it is without Mick Foley because he was one of those integral people in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Like prime, I think that if they weren't for Mick Foley, like I mean, Hell in a Cell might not have ever been as popular as it became without Mick Foley. Um, freaking his feud with The Rock would have never happened and got like heat on The Rock and all that. Like there was a lot of things Mick Foley did,
Oh, yeah.
and like and he made the Undertaker look like a beast in that Hell in a Cell. Like there's a lot of stuff Mick Foley did. But I mean, in terms of wrestling ability, he's far from the best. But like the thing about Mick Foley at that time was he didn't need to be a good wrestler because Mick Foley was a well, I'll say Mankind was a great character that they had. So when he had matches with people like The Rock and Undertaker, he didn't necessarily have to be the best wrestler because of his character work and because of his like never say die, not gonna stay down like performance basically, and like he was just like this lunatic. So I mean, does he deserve to be on this list? No, I don't agree with it.
I don't know if you heard of him. I haven't either. But number 10, Adrian Adonis.
Nope.
Alright, we'll just skip over
Never heard
him
of him.
then. We'll just skip over him then. Number 9, someone I definitely agree with because he is a. Oh, I hate him so much. Santino Marella.
You know, like for the Santino character, he deserves to be on there. But
Yeah.
like him outside the character seems like a really cool guy to talk to.
Well,
But
unless he's talking about his performance art with Jim Cornette and he was just performing his art
okay.
and, stuff like that. But,
Oh, like yeah, um, definitely the Santino character was. It was. I mean, it was a joke character, and Santino was never gonna become anything. I mean, he wasn't even Italian. It was just a fake accent anyway. It was just another WWE joke gimmick. I mean, at one point they freaking had him and Vladimir Kozlov doing dance offs. So I mean,
yeah.
yeah, Santino deserves to be on there.
Someone who definitely deserves to be on there, Giant Gonzalez, number 8.
The only match I've ever seen was his match with Undertaker at WrestleMania, and that was
It was the only Undertaker WrestleMania match that ended in a DQ.
to quote Jeff Goldblum, "That's one big pile of shit."
Number 7. I like him wrestling wise because I like Nick Dinsmore, but his gimmick understandably pisses me off. Number 7, Eugene.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people disliked the Eugene thing because they felt like they were making fun of somebody. Well, not that he had a disability, but like they were making fun of. It was like they were making fun of somebody because they had like a mental disability, basically.
Yeah.
No, that's why a lot of people didn't like the Eugene character.
I
I don't know
like
how the guy who played Eugene feels about it, but
Nick Dinsmore actually created the character. So I
oh, he
like
did.
him. I like him as a wrestler because he trained with Jim Cornette and he was like really good. But I don't like
Hmm.
that he created this character. But you know,
Like, I mean, he should have known with creating the character. Like, he should have known that it
I think the reason he created
like
it
was
though, he did
a
create
ugly
like
thing.
apparently Jim Cornette actually talked to him about it. And the reason he created the character is because he had been in OVW for 4 years, and he had been desperate to get called up. So he scheduled a
Hmm.
meeting with Vince McMahon and created the character, basically.
Mm.
Number 6, another person that definitely deserves to be on there, the Shockmaster.
Oh God.
It's just, if you don't know who the Shockmaster is, well, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson. WCW signed Earthquake. What did they decide to do with him? Do they decide to put him as like just a regular guy? Nope. They decided to dress him up in a stormtrooper, a bejeweled stormtrooper outfit with like a Conan the Barbarian style outfit, like, and then on his debut, he fell through the wall and his mask came off, revealing it was Earthquake, who had been on WWF TV a week prior.
Oh my God.
And that was the only time we ever saw the Shockmaster.
Oh my God.
Number 5, Bastion Booger, aka Mike Shaw. I
I
don't know if
know
you.
who he is, but I never watched him.
Well, his theme song sucks. He was legit a dude in like the I don't know what like the kind of like Doink the Clown type era of WWF, where he
Hmm.
was a big dude with duct tape like all over his body, and
Hmm.
his name was Bastion Booger. That's all it was. Number 4. I mean, I don't know about this one, but Hulk Hogan.
Who was it?
Hulk Hogan, number 4.
I wonder if it's because of the racism thing.
It doesn't say. It says, ladies and gentlemen, this is the
Well,
man who killed WCW with one finger. So I'm guessing it's because of the finger poke of doom.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in terms of, well, I mean, it's understandable, especially because the racism stuff, also the WCW stuff. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan. It's not like Hulk Hogan was like that great in the ring, but for whatever reason, like back in the day, Hulk Hogan just got so incredibly over with people for whatever the reason was.
Yeah.
Like he was like a real life superhero, and then it's like I mean, people got tired of it eventually, but then he went to WCW and did the Hollywood Hogan thing, then came back and just did the Hulk Hogan, and then like I don't know. I mean, I can understand why they would put him on there. It makes
Uh,
sense to me.
Number 3, the Great Khali, the Hall of
Yep.
Famer. That's all that needs to be said. We
No.
can move on.
Yeah.
Alright, number 2, Finley's little bastard, Hornswoggle. Hello?
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll say what I have to say about Hornswoggle. Um, well, he was a leprechaun. He starred in Leprechaun Origins. He sucked. He killed the Cruiserweight division. He was nothing but comedy. He was Vince McMahon's illegitimate son. Awful.
Who are we talking about?
Hornswoggle, I said my opinion on him.
I mean, yeah, like his whole thing was just, oh, he's a leprechaun, or oh, he's a midget. Let's laugh at him.
Yeah.
I mean, he still wrestles, but he's not doing anything important. I mean, for Christ's sake, they called him fucking AJ Swoggle and had him impersonate AJ Styles on Impact. So,
Yeah.
so
Alright.
I mean,
Number one. Do 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 do. Do do
John
do.
Cena.
John Cena. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely understand him being controversial. Um, because a lot of people say he killed wrestling. So, but I don't think he deserves to be on there.
I don't think he does either. But that is the list of what fans ranked the worst wrestlers of all time.
I mean, it. I mean, there's other people that could and should be on there, and there's
Kenny
people that are
Omega.
on there that shouldn't be. Freaking
Eva Marie.
Goldberg.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Nia Jax,
Lana.
Lana. There's a lot of people that should be on there. Like I don't know. Like the two I definitely don't understand is Kurt Angle and CM Punk.
Yeah, I don't understand those either.
Like they couldn't even give a reason for Kurt Angle. Like how like dumb is that? Like why would you put him on a worst ever list, but then like say, oh well, there's no real reason why he's on here. Like that's stupid.
I don't know.
Earlier, but that was the 25 worst wrestlers of all time list, right? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was ranked by fans. So.
Mm. All right.
Alright, well. In the video here.
Sure.
We'll see you guys
Ow.
next time. Peace.
See you.